There's no such thing as an ugly man. You just need to know what attracts women. So here's something of note. Women like men who aren't taken. Yes, research from Oklahoma State University confirms this. So do you want to be irresistible to her? How about getting in shape, developing a killer look, and getting with someone else? Well, that might work, but is it the only way? Isn't there a better way? Of course there is. So, sit tight as I show you 12 things that women cannot resist in a man. Masculine cologne. When it comes to how you smell, think of it as the subtle art of flattery. Your scent will be the first thing to introduce you, even before you say a word to her. And trust me, if your scent is saying the right things, she won't be able to resist you. Now all you need is a light spritz to subtly signal your presence. You don't want to be cheap or obvious. You just want a masculine aroma that will linger in the background and tantalize her senses. You want a scent that drives her wild. You've probably seen a situation where a man walks into a room and instantly grabs the attention of all the women. Well, a masculine cologne is one of the things you need. Intelligence. You've probably been to a cafe and seen a woman talking to a man for hours, and all the while blushing. Yeah, you bet she's talking to an intelligent man who just happens to know all the right things to say. Women are drawn to men who can stimulate them intellectually. Yes, a man who can keep her engaged will keep her long after the engagement. Women can't resist men who are not only brighter, but also more inventive than them. Being well-read and expanding your knowledge is a big plus. Whether it's literature, science fiction, or nonfiction, intelligence is a significant player in the game of attraction. Leadership and confidence. Leadership is an alpha trait and is the secret weapon that sets you apart from the crowd. It's the same power that makes girls crush on celebrities they have never seen. I once had a girl who had a huge crush on Brad Pitt, and she once told me that if he ever asked her out, she'd go. Obviously, I wasn't in control at this. So, as time went on, we went our separate ways. The problem was that I didn't look like a leader and the confidence wasn't there. But I learned the secret of being a man. A man is expected to be a leader, and a leader has to be confident. It's not about bragging or being a know-it-all. It's about becoming the kind of man who radiates strength, stability, and undeniable confidence. This aura is something that no woman can resist. Empathy. A woman wants to be cared for, and to care for her, you need to be able to understand her. But there is no way you can do that without empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in other people's shoes. It shows that you are attentive and can feel what she's feeling. That way, you'll be able to care for her better. As you know, women love to share their feelings, dreams, and day-to-day events. But it's hard to find someone to do it with. If you can provide this need for any woman, she'll not be able to let you go, ever. Good sense of humor. Who doesn't like to laugh? Nobody. But women just can't seem to get enough of men with a good sense of humor. So, can you deliver unexpected jokes? Can you make the time together enjoyable? Well, then you've got her. Factually, as confirmed by research carried out by Jeffrey Hall, the professor of communication studies at the University of Kansas, the study showed that the more a man tries to be funny, and the more jokes the woman laughs at, the more likely they'll date. So, the more you crack up, the more she'll be open to you. Fitness. Now, not everybody has a chiseled body or six-pack abs, and it's not a must. But women love men who prioritize their health. Part of prioritizing your health is having a regular fitness routine and maintaining a relatively balanced diet. Also, there's something about the post-workout glow that captivates women. Yeah, I'm talking about the pheromones that you sweat out after a workout. Believe it or not, it's one of the things that draw women to the gym. They love it. But hey, that doesn't mean you should skip the shower. Modesty. There is nothing quite as attractive to a woman as a man who possesses a strong sense of self while remaining modest. It's that fine blend that makes them appear so sophisticated, hence making them irresistible. Girls look at that and they know that they can rely on you and feel secure. Interestingly, research also supports this. In a study involving 459 college students, it was found that women were more satisfied with their partners when they showed modesty and respect. Independence. Independent men are like self-reliant beasts. They don't need a crutch to lean on or someone to hold their hand. They've got their life under control, and now the girls want to be under their control too. Independence has a way of driving women wild because it shows a man's capacity to solve problems. It also shows emotional stability. Trust me, a crybaby attitude is as much of a turnoff for women as independence is a turn-on. In a world that encourages men to be vulnerable, real men understand the value of stability. Generosity. Generally, generosity shows that a man cares about others as well as himself. So, if you want a woman to open up to you, you're going to need to open your wallet sometimes. But hey, be careful. If you don't want to make yourself irresistible to a gold digger, you've got to be modest about it. You don't want to do too little and come off as stingy, or too much and come off as a fool. So, just so you know how powerful generosity is in the dating game, the University of Worcester conducted a study on it. And interestingly, they discovered that women found men most attractive when they were being generous and charitable, regardless of their physical appearance. So guys, generosity makes you more attractive to women than you look. Manners. If you want to be that kind of guy who turns heads and leaves women feeling weak in the knees, here's a vital lesson. Manners matter. Manners maketh man. Yes. When you carry yourself with respect and show good manners, women sit up and take notice. Women want a man that's not self-centered. They want someone who's used to making people feel valued. Simple things like opening doors, offering your jacket on a chilly night, or simply being an attentive listener can go a long way. These actions send a powerful message. They're not empty gestures. They are your way of showing her that she matters and giving her that feeling she will never be able to resist. Dignity. Dignity begins with self-respect. So if you can't value who you are and what you stand for, why should anybody else bother to do so? In today's complex world where men and masculine qualities can sometimes be marginalized, it's crucial to learn to respect yourself. It's not about arrogance. It's knowledge of self built on dignity. So what does this mean in your daily interaction with people? Well, you'll have to set clear boundaries and not allow anybody, including her, to trample on your dignity. Also, dignity means that you don't resort to desperate measures just to grab her attention. If you do, you might come off as creepy. Rather, act like you know your value. Don't settle for scraps, and don't be afraid to walk away from a bad deal. They're romantically young at heart. Are you one of those dudes who keeps the flames of romance alive after she gives in? Or are you that type that stops trying once you get a taste? You need to stay young at heart and keep fanning those flames. Plan thoughtful dates, surprise her with flowers, treat her like royalty, take her on vacations, send heartfelt letters, or just express your gratitude regularly. It's an instinct for men to woo women, we all know that. But what do you do when you've got her? That'll determine if she wants to stick with you for life or not. These 12 things will make a woman unable to resist you. So practice them, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We would love to help. Also, you can learn more in the next video.